Okay, today's video we're going to be talking about the distributive property and how we can use and apply this distributive property to what we've already learned. What the distributive property says is that, and this is how we would define it in symbols, is whenever you have a parentheses like this with a number on the outside, we know that that means multiplication, that it'll be a times all of this. But not only does it mean multiplication, but it means multiplication of each one. We're going to distribute this multiplication to each item within the parentheses. And so you're typically going to see it written as A times B, which is where we get this, and then A times C, which is where we get this last one. And so this whole A parentheses B plus C parentheses can be simplified down to AB plus AC. How that applies numerically, you can take the 2 times the 3, or outside times the first, and that will give us 6. Then, since there's an addition sign, we're going to add the outside times the second, which is 2 times 4, which is 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. Now you might be thinking, why didn't we just do it using PEMDAS? And so you would simply just do your parentheses first, which is 7, times 2, which gives you 14. Both ways give you true solutions and correct answers. However, what we're going to explore with this distributive property is what happens when maybe one of these numbers on the inside is a variable or an unknown number. So when we look at that, we might be given something like this: 4 times the quantity y plus 3. To be able to simplify this or solve it, but it's really better to write simplify, if I can write it correctly, would be to take 4 times your y, which is 4y, plus 4 times your 3, which would be 12. And that's it. That's how we would simplify that. We use the distributive property to rewrite it without parentheses. Looking at our second example, we have 10 times quantity 11x plus 4. We're going to take 10 times 11x, which would give us 110x, plus 10 times 4, which gives us 40. If I had to guess on the most common mistake with this, typically I've seen in the past where kids will take the 10 times the 11x and get 110x, and then they just bring down the plus 4, and they forget to distribute that 10 to the 4 as well. Make sure you're taking this times however many are inside that parentheses. We look at our third option. We can do this even when the variable has a second to the second power. We're simply saying we have 3 times 2x squared. 3 times 2 would give us 6, x to the second power, plus 3 times 4 would give us 12. And then our last one, I'm going to get rid of this, extend it a little bit. We're going to get negative 3 times 2x. Negative 3 times 2 gives us negative 6, and don't forget your x, plus negative 3 times 3y. Again, it's going to be negative 3 times 3, which is negative 9. This time it's a y. So that's the basics of the distributive property. Now, if we want, we can kick it up a notch and use the distributive property and then we're going to have to utilize what we learned yesterday on our combining like terms and take it a step further. So the first thing we're going to do when we see this parentheses with the number out front is we know we need to distribute. We're going to get our 6 times our x to get 6x, plus 6 times 2y. 6 times 2 gives us 12, and we tack on our y. And then don't forget about this 6x here as well. We've got to bring that down. And as we learned yesterday about combining like terms, we need to take both of these Since they are similar, they have the exact same variable. We're going to combine that to get 6 plus 6, which is 12x plus 12y. And this is our answer. I cannot combine the x and the y because the variables are not the same. We continue on with this one. Now the letters on the outside, that's no big deal. We're going to take the m times 2, which we get 2m. Be careful, don't write m2. It's proper notation to put the number out in front. So make sure it's 2m plus m times 3, which would give us 3m. And then don't forget about bringing the plus 8m down. Now we can combine all of these because all three of them are like terms. They all have the same variables and the same exponents. So we take 2 plus 3, which is 5, plus 8, which would be 13. M. I hope that gives you the basics on the distributive property. Good luck. I'd like you to try to finish this last two examples on your own and bring them into class tomorrow, and we'll see how you do.